Right, make sure the microphone is actually fucking in this time. Everything's all up, everything's clicked in. It would help if I actually did my lid up properly, wouldn't it? Fucking penis. I had no idea this place was here. I absolutely had no idea. So we're at DTH. They do all sorts. It's weird. It's like walking into an American shop in there. It's fantastically strange. Make sure my key's out on my street triple. The one not walking off. Okay, now I came in. Been a bit of a faff. I had booked in on this system through KTM, and apparently they didn't know I was coming, so they didn't actually have a bike out. So let's have a gander at this. Very, very different seating position. Wow, okay. This reminds me a lot of the God, it's quite a tall bike as well. Whereas on the other one I can flat foot. I can barely flat foot on this thing. It's putting quite a bit of strain on the inside of my leg actually. It reminds me of the MT-09 in a way, the way that it's set up. Right, let's just have a look through trips and data. Trip 1, oh, you know what, I don't think I'm going to bother with this. Motorcycle, heated grips, high, because it's fucking freezing. Oh, I'm very confused. Set. Okay, there's no heated grips on here, cool. It's a lot smaller of a bike than I would have thought. Just set these mirrors. It's a lot smaller of a bike. I like the feel of the twin between my legs though. It's very, very short from your stomach to the front of the bike. Feels very, very short and compact. Hopefully you can see. I'm not sure where this camera's going to be, but hey. Yeah, the street triple feels a lot longer. Right, remember. Okay, there's the biting point. Let's just try and get that into neutral. There we go. It's very difficult to get into neutral. That I need to change the this around. It's got the same clutch as the street. There we go, it's a bit better. Right, should we set off? Wow, this is a lot more upright. It feels like I'm on a moped. So this is Carrington. Okay, it's a very guttural. Wow, we're at 40 already. Okay. Oh my god! Holy shit! Wow. Okay. That has got a fucking lot of torque, my friend. Holy shit! Yep. That pulls like a steam train. The mirrors are useless. The quick shifter isn't working, so I'm gonna have to pull the clutch in for that. But okay, it feels very, very similar to my MT-07 when I had that. You know, there's nothing in front of you. Fucking hell, that pulls like an absolute steam train. Yeah, there's nothing in front of you. It's all tucked down here. Obviously the camera angle won't really portray that because I'm sat bolt upright. This seating position automatic already is really nice actually. Compared to the street and compared to the speed, which are a lot racier. Obviously this bike is more towards the motocrossy side of things, and I can already tell you that this is seating position wise very, very nice. Now it's a very small, well I say very, it's a small bike. Sounds alright actually, that. Oh, it's got the Brembo MCS master cylinder, just like the street and the speed triples. That's cool. Not sure if they've got the Stylemas or M50s up front. I'm not too sure. It doesn't look like they've got braided hoses. They are a little bit spongier than my street. I am recording, aren't I? Yeah, I am recording. Fucking thank God for that. I would filter, but new bike, I don't really feel comfortable on it. Yeah, the seat height is a lot higher than the streets. I'm on my balls of my feet, and I'm 5'11". I'm not having to stretch my legs up to get to the pegs. That feels nice. It's a very lively engine. Yeah, I don't think the quick shifter is working on this at the minute actually. I do apologise if the camera angle's a bit fucky, but hey, it's one of those things. It's not lurching, it's not chugging too badly. I mean, it's a twin, what do you expect? But oh wow, fucking hell, that's got a lot of punch, that has. Wow, I really do miss torque, you know, mate. I've missed torque so much. This thing, it's in second gear, 30 mile an hour, absolutely fine. Fueling is spot on, it really is. It feels planted. Doesn't feel askew, doesn't feel like it's jittery, doesn't feel like it's moving anywhere. You get a vibration through the bars, not so much through the foot pegs. It's a twin, you're going to get vibrations. That doesn't really bother me. It's the higher, finer vibrations of the street triple that are causing my arms to go numb. So whoa, fucking hell. That, I don't know if you caught that, but that back end just fucking, wow. That was terrifying. Okay, yeah, that was a bit, yeah. Slightly worrying. This is not a bike you're going to be ham-fisted with, but this riding position is much nicer for me. See if this quick shifter's actually working now. Nope. See if I can change the quick shifter to on or what. But yeah, it's got a lot of even low down, it's got, you know, a nice amount of torque, very usable. It's actually rip your head off kind of usable. I like, oh wow, okay, it handles a lot better than I would have thought it would be for an upright, like very upright seating position. It's actually really comfortable for me. I like this. It's not putting any pressure or tension on my legs, anything like that. My legs are actually very nice on this. I could get along with this seating position very well. Again, it feels like I'm it feels like I'm on a scooter, if I'm going to be honest. It feels like I'm on a moped. I got this feeling with the MT-07. Very up over the bike, but not in a racy kind of over the bike kind of way. It's a very nice position. I do like it. Got to be very careful on these corners because it's about 4 degrees. This thing wants to take off on its rear wheel, I tell you, my god. The only thing that I can tell already, difference wise between the Triumph, is that the Triumph, the fit and finishing, it just feels a lot more premium. Oh, I hate that word, but it's a lot fancier. This feels a lot more rugged in places. Yeah, it sounds alright. It could do with it could sound a lot better with a can, I tell you. This thing is already, in terms of torque, ripping my head off, you know, and it's all down low as well, which is what I miss. I could get on with the speed triple very well without being too scared, you know. It's not an intimidating bike at all, whereas this thing, compared to the 1200, like just giving it a handful, man, I don't want to say it scares you, but if you're not used to the level of torque that this thing can put out, I reckon you can end up in some trouble with this thing. This is going to be a very tough decision for me, I guarantee you that. It's going to be. This is giving me vibes of the MT-07, and I fucking love that bike. Fucking hell, that's a neutral. Oh come on, mate, you can get a fucking bus through there, quite literally. So indicators are easy enough to get to. It handles pretty well. There's no self-cancellers on this. Remember that. I don't think. Yeah, it's got some character to it. This thing, I can tell it wants to be on its back wheel. Front brakes and front brake is nowhere near as good as the street, even though it's got the same master cylinder and the M50s. I reckon the braided lines, maybe this bike's been used quite a lot, I don't know, but maybe the braided lines on the street triple have made a bigger difference than I thought, which they probably have because there's quite a lot of squish there. Fucking hell, right, okay. I've got to be careful with this, man, because this is pokey. This is pokey. The suspension on this feels fantastic. The different body position gives it a different feel, so I think it's a bit unfair to compare it to the street triple, but I think that suspension is actually very, very nice. It feels firm, but it doesn't feel like it's jittery like the street triple with the showers. Ooh, nice pop then. It doesn't feel jittery when I'm going over bumps and stuff. It doesn't feel like it's giving me too much judder and chatter like the Street Triple with the showers. Feels pretty nice. It feels like a cross between a crosser and a moped. Wow. Fucking hell, man. Fucking Jesus. Everything that I need is in front of me. That dash is nice. I thought it was going to be horrible because on the videos that I've looked at, it looks like it's really, really small. And it is small, don't get me wrong. And I thought that, wait, when did this turn into a 30 limit? What? When the fuck did that happen? Okay. Right, there we go. What is it with clusters these days? You can't get to the indicators when you've got the clutch pulled in to like cancel indicator. Oh, I wanted to stall then. Okay. Again, it is a twin. Fucking hell. That is I don't want to full throttle it. There, that's got a lot of torque, man. That's got a lot to it. And being honest, comparing it to the Street Triple is a lot easier to manage. So if you're not confident on a, or if you're new, I would not consider this bike, because this is you need to know this bike inside and out before you start giving it some, because this is wow. Okay. That is a laugh, man. That is a laugh. Oh, just don't full throttle it if you're not used to the way the power is delivered, which I should not be doing right now. That is what I've missed about torque and twins. It's giving me that vibe the MT-07 had. I remember when I first got on the MT-07, and I'd just come off a Harley, an 883 Iron, and the power delivery of the MT-07 at the time. This was way back in the day. This was before I'd had anything really majorly powerful, and I was popping fucking wheelies on the way back home, and that shit was such a giggle. I'll never forget that ride home, because that was so much fun. And this is giving me those kind of vibes, man. I feel like if I give it any more than quarter throttle, that this thing is just gonna fucking flip me backwards. But when I was doing, when I gave it a bit back then, I was giving it a sustained throttle, and the power delivery was really, really smooth. Again, we're talking about a parallel twin here, and I'm still stuck in the days of parallel twins being pieces of shit that have no character, or, back in the ER6 days of the 2005 ER6s and stuff, where, you've got fuck all power, and they're just juddery and horrible, and the fueling was awful back in those days. Yeah, this thing wants to pick up straight away. That's actually, once it gets to a certain part of the rev range, it's almost like it wants to calm itself down in a controlled manner, if that makes sense. It's like, it feels like if I give it any more throttle, the thing's just gonna fucking go and rip your fucking head off. But it's something kind of kicks in. I'm not sure if it might be the traction, I have no idea. Second gear and stuff, at lower RPMs, it feels like when it gets to maybe 9,000, God, it only revs up to fucking 9.5. Now that I'm getting more used to it, I'm getting more confidence on it, and it's I just like doing that. That's what I miss about the twins that I've had. It's just the ability to just woo. And I can imagine this thing is a fucking wheelie beast. Oh my god. I kind of worried to take the I really am kind of worried to take the Duke out. I really don't want to take the Duke out after this. They market this bike as like a race bike to compete with the Street Triple, but I don't feel like this is a very racy bike. It's not. It's just fucking hell. And this can be a very fun commuter. I'm not sure how it would be on track. That rear brake isn't very good, but we're just saying that. Yeah, it's a lot taller though. I kind of like the fact that it's more compact towards me here. and there's nothing in my view, and I'm not leant over like a dick. There's an ambulance, so just watch out. Yeah, something kicks in at 7,000, it feels like, to keep the wheel on the floor. And it's a quick bike. It's very difficult to shift up though. It's actually quite difficult to shift up when you're giving it some. Not sure why. Brakes, they are not particularly very good on this compared to that street triple and the speed, but yeah, I feel like the traction kicks in when it hits mid-range, so 7,000-ish RPM, when you're giving it some sustained to keep the wheel from spinning too much, especially on slicker ground like this. I want to say that it eats up the corners. I think I've been spoiled by the speed, by the street triple. Yeah, it's not a slow bike at all. It's not a slow bike. This is not what the triples of old are, sorry, the twins of old are just non-existent anymore, are they? These are tuned so nicely. Oh, it's a bit cold. I'm going to head back now. Hopefully this is still recording. Not been down here in years. Let's have a go. Yeah, even to be fair on it, man, even when you get it up into the top end, it's still fucking pulling. There's such a laugh, this bike, man. It is such a laugh, and I've not got any pain in my knees, in my back, nothing at all. Oh, I really should not have done this. It's got that definite chugginess at the bottom, you know, when you match the speed to the gear. But just for loitering around, absolutely fine, no problems with this at all, not a problem. The only thing that worries me about this bike is the tyres, really. I don't really have much confidence in the tyres, I'm not sure what they are. But yeah, you can feel it chugging along, but it wants to pick up very quickly. I'm not, oh, that's weird, I keep getting this. I keep getting that where it basically, as you pull it out, it feels like it's going to stall. Second gear is brutal. Oh. Okay, that was another very strange wheelie, didn't like that one. Oh god, okay, yeah, the front end, fucking hell. If you disturb the front end a little bit, that really needs a steering dampener. That really does need a steering dampener. Let's just try and... okay, yeah, that's not bad at all on the corners. I've got no... It is keeping up with the street triple. In terms of cornering, at least. But this has got plenty of power up top. The brakes could do with being a little bit better though, in my opinion. They need a little bit more bite. It is weird coming from a triple to a twin again, just to find the you know, God, it really does like the corners actually. Just to find what the characteristics of a twin again. It's very it's cool to learn. You kind of forget. Overtaking ability, what's it like? God, it's got plenty there, mate. I do miss the quick shifter though. It's a very nice bike. It's a very fun bike, but I can see myself getting into trouble with this. One wrong turn, you know, or one flick of the wrist a bit too much in the wrong conditions, I feel like you could get yourself into some trouble. Before, when I fishtailed before, you know, and I've squirmed about a little bit again. I don't really feel like these tyres are very good for the for this time of year, at least, you know what I mean, to be honest. That's annoying. Is the you know, is the indicator. It doesn't tell you which indicator's on, and it's kind of hard to see from my perspective which one is on, except from looking in that guy's back end. Oh man, it's such a nice amount of torque. I'm starting to dither now, I'm quite cold. God, it is oh god, my indicators are still on. Okay, no self-cancellers, remember that one. I like this bike, I really do. I really like this bike. The ergonomics are really nice. The seat is very firm though, I've just noticed, because I can feel my left butt cheek starting to go numb. I'm getting looks from it, which is cool. God, I'm starting to shiver, man. Cold, cold, cold. This has been a phenomenal bike. I implore everyone to go out and try it. Not as refined as the Triumph stuff. It's feels, I don't want to say cheaper, but it's got that sort of feel to it, where you can tell, you know, the parts aren't particularly as higher quality, maybe, I don't know. Another thing as well I need to say is my legs, where my legs are, because that's quite an important thing for me. My legs aren't tucked in up to this scalpely bit here, up to this sort of sculpted bit here. They kind of feel like they're on the side of a flat surface. It's very supermoto-y in that regard. It feels like your legs are on the side fairings, on like a flat kind of surface, which is, you know, whatever. On that bit here, I feel like I could get some easy grip tank protectors, which is what I use, and they are always fantastic. I feel, yeah, you've got to be careful when cornering this bike, man. It spins up quite fast for a twin, well, very fast for a twin. You're at 6,000 before you know it, and it's almost like this bar here is representing the way that the bike feels. It's very cool, actually, thinking about it. Like the first few thousand RPMs are like the initial kind of torque curve, and as soon as it hits 6,000, it's a very linear curve. It's very, it's actually quite surprising how easy it is to ride it at speed, if that makes any sense. So when you're giving it some, I was kind of expecting this to be on its back wheel all the time, and woo, up and down, you know, and very hard to control. But when it hits 6,000 RPM and you're giving it a sustained throttle, it's not as terrifying as everyone's making it out to be, from what I've heard. So that's kind of cool how it gives you that, because it's almost like looking at the torque curve itself. That's kind of cool. The mirrors aren't great, again, very shaky. It's a twin, don't know what you expect with that. The vibration wise, you can feel the vibrations, but it's not hurting me. Legs, they're okay. They're okay, actually. Mirrors, I can just see sort of half my arms in that, which is kind of standard, to be honest, these days. Get some bar end mirrors for this, absolutely. The older mirrors look awful. These year's mirrors actually look very nice. The other ones were like these big thick dildo looking things that look like a GoPro mount. But it is very, very civilized in these lower RPM conditions and the lower speed conditions in villages and shit. Ooh, it's definitely getting a look from all the boys, in it, eh? Oh, okay, yeah, it doesn't like pulling out very well. It really doesn't like that at all. Oh, I feel like I'm getting more of a hang of it at least now. God, I thought it was a copper then. Fucking shit myself. Anyway, if you're still watching, thank you very, very much. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'm still figuring things out, at least. So again, thank you very much for watching. See you guys again very soon, I am sure. Oh, got it somewhat right that time. Until the next time, sod 'em out.